Hey guys, welcome to Cruise and Tarot. Alright, this thing is all crooked. Sorry. I haven't messed with this very much and I apologize, but here we are. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and continue the series of Trump type of readings for the President of the United States, Donald Trump. He's a Gemini, just like me. The reason why I'm doing this, whether you love him, hate him, don't give a shit, I don't care either. This is to know he's been doing, what has he been up to. I'm here for entertainment purposes. This is just for entertainment purposes, like I just said. I'm trying to be unbiased and open when it comes to his readings because I want you to get truth and clarity, all right? Instead of pumping you up to love him or pumping you up to hate him. I don't care. All right, so here we go. Let's see here. Let's learn about the truth about Trump. What is he going to be facing in the month of November? This is for November for Trump. Get some cards. Let's get the middle card. Okay, top. Bottom. Left. Right. And then let's get the rest. Can you see those? Yeah. Okay. So where we got her. Okay. So right in the middle, putting something to rest, making peace of some sorts or some kind of ending here. All right, to the left, we have something private, and to the right, we have marriage. Okay, so this could be, I'm going to try to, again, I try to be unbiased, but if it pops up, I'm going to go with that with my gut, okay? Because this is my reading. You guys want to look at this and come up with your own scenarios, that's fine. But this is what I'm getting. He's putting something to rest. Something he was trying to keep private. And it has to do with a connection and or marriage here, or a union. Okay, so putting things to rest. Let me see if I can pull. I'm just curious what this is about. Let me get my other card deck. It should have marriage in that one, just in case it is marriage. I don't know. Where are my cards? Let me see here. I'm so unorganized sometimes. I'm a hot, sometimes cold mess. All right. What is this putting to rest that he tried to keep in private? Like some kind of marriage here. Putting to rest, making peace about something private. What is this about? Let's do 21 shuffles if this card is the one I need to pull it out of, right? 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure that one was supposed to come out. Something expressive. Okay. Whatever this is, okay, this is what I'm getting. Whatever this is about, it has to do, he was trying to be creative of painting a certain picture when it comes to the situation. It's almost like control of the media or what they're saying about him, or something like he has no choice but having to put something to rest or trying to put it to rest. All right. I'm not sure these are the best cards to pull those. I think I might get something else. Hold on a second. To get the clarifiers on this. It's just not really... I think these probably would be better. And then my meeny weeny little tarot cards, I think. Well. I'm going to pause it so I can find these. Okay, now I got plenty to choose from, right? So that wasn't really clear. Like he's trying to paint a certain picture, or he feels like someone's trying to paint a certain picture when it comes to some kind of union or something like that, or a connection here. Putting something to rest, ending, making peace with it of some sorts. It's like not where he wants to go. It's like going backwards for some reason too. What else is this about too? Before we move forward, what else? Okay. Anything else? Okay, and there's the air sign of the queens too. It could be a female air sign too, but it more tells me someone's very disappointed about some kind of harsh truth or reality here. It's having to feed or face some kind of truth here is what it's telling me. All right, that's good enough. I'm going to continue. You know what? I'm nosy because I'm a Gemini too. Any of the other details you can tell me about this because it's the marriage card. On Trump. Anything else? Okay, somebody feels misunderstood in this whole situation and they disagree. And then someone here has about some kind of money or investment and I'm putting things on the table. I also see that putting all the investments or what was brought into it on the table. All right, that's it. That's all I'm going to do with that one. Okay, so that was this line. Let's go to this one, right? This could be portrayed as a past influence, and this could be future, and there's a lot of ways to kind of see these. So I'm going to get different ways. I'm going to read this and go with this, all right? So there's some kind of risk or a chance someone wanted to take, a gamble, when it comes to some kind of mature woman or dealing with something mature, feminine kind of energy here. And then whatever this is it's almost like a planned journey. A planned journey when it comes to the situation. Making plans and taking a risk and dealing with some kind of feminine energy here. I don't think it's a fun feminine energy. It could be more like someone more mature, someone as family members. It could be more like, she looks serious to me. All right, this doesn't look like a fun time kind of thing. It almost gives me the energy that someone has to go and reach out to somebody else. Like taking a risk, a chance to do this. Let's see, what is this about? See, he's making plans. There are some kind of plans here. This talks about how, curious how things will end and or change. Changes. Okay. Who's a mature woman here? Well, what is this about? The actual mature woman. What does that represent? You see, there's a feminine energy here. Some displeasure, some sorrow. So it is a feminine energy here. All right, and then going down here, we have building a bridge, trying to come together, trying to reconnect. How do we get this person to meet me halfway? Thinking about this, having intentions, and then worried about it being dangerous or being cut off before we can fix this. It's almost like, let me just pull something else and then I'll just confirm here. What was this about? You know what? I'm looking at this and why am I thinking Russia? I don't know. And maybe this is all about Russia, not really in marriage. Because I kind of feel sometimes that our president any president really, when they go meet and have all these things, it's almost like, sounds like courting sometimes with another country or another leader. Here's the private card again. Something new. We're innocent, keeping things innocent, clean. And not worried about being scammed. It's almost like someone here wants to fix things, wants the bridge to come together between this person is what I'm feeling. This just represents a connection for me now. I think this is the main person or country or whatever. And then there's something about fixing this, thinking about how do I set my intentions? How do I do this? How do I plan out for this? Because the card earlier came out planning, the smaller ones out here. And there's something about thinking maybe trying to fix this may be dangerous. That he has to keep it in private. He has to come up with a new idea, something creative, something new, something more innocent, or small. And then he's worried about some kind of something seen unclear, feeling stuck and unable to do it, or being scammed like this is all a bullshit thing. All right. Let's see what else. Let me grab a different card deck here now. What else is happening for Trump in the month of November that we need to be aware of? Or we need to know, whether there's no secrets here. Everything's put out on the table for us through our cards. No secrets, no hiding, truth and clarity. What else is Trump going to be dealing with? Let's just do as a president in the month of November. Okay, so, you know, growth, soften, work. So something new is, it just talks about a new growth, a new beginning, and something new, like seeds were planted already and they're taking root. Maybe it's an idea, a new policy, a new rule, whatever. And whatever this is, it's to soften something up. So something he sees was too harsh, not done right. And he's trying to soften up and work on it. So, but this is also what I'm getting. This is just what I kind of see and think when I see this. This could also mean I have my baby, which is his policies, whatever his ideas, whatever it is that he has created himself, that he takes pride in as president. He's trying to make it grow. He's trying to soften ideas. He wants someone to see it softer, on the softer side, like not as harsh, like not seeing really difficult or harsh by others. And he's working on that, trying to figure that out. What do I mean? What I mean is there's a policy, right, that he's already started or will be, you know, maybe he's facing backlash in November and he's worried that people are seeing it too harsh. Like it's just growth. Like, so it could have just started in November or have already just started a few months prior, and it's just taking growth. And he's trying to soften up the flame, the hate, the fear, the like intense energy here. He's trying to take control of a flame here. And then this is what he's working on. Okay, let's see. What else is he dealing with as himself? Not as a president, but as him as a person in the month of November. And I'm going to pull some for different subjects for him. What did I think the Marines when I saw that? I don't know. Anyway, so there's here, okay, we have courage, nurture, and simplify. Okay, so this could just talk about him trying to find the courage to take care of, to quench something, to help something grow. And it could be about his health. It could be about feeding something that he sees positive that could grow. Mental health, body health. It could be an idea for his family, something close, something private here. And he's trying to make things simple. It's like there's too many pieces and they're not coming together, and he's trying to put it together. And this also represents taming, taking control. And he's kind of doing it very safely. He's trying to safely take control of something so it can nurture and grow, that he sees positive, that he wants. Whether we see as positive or not, I don't know. And then this is what it's talking about, okay? He's trying to make it simple, trying to uncomplicate things, unpackage things, just trying to make sure everything's explained or done correctly. All right. I'm not going to go too crazy detail on him. I mean, do we really want to know that much detail about his personal life? Do we really? Anyways, let's see. I'm going to ask this. What is the next situation, not necessarily love, but it can be, that he's going to be facing one of the situations is going to be facing in November for Donald Trump, President Donald Trump. I'm going to put it backwards, but I just have a mix, so let's see. And I'll fix them because I don't think it's supposed to be. Let's see here. I'm just gonna, some of them I do read upside down, but this depends on the other cards if it makes sense, and sometimes I don't. Alright, so. Alrighty then. Okay, let me see. This one, and this one came sideways. Alright, here's the situation, alright? I think his service or duty, see, hard work and duty, is a situation. Why is there a situation? This could represent someone from a type of country or religion. I'm just going to say it that way. There's somebody here who is in competition, or in November, he feels like this person is questioning him. This person is someone he sees kind of, not exactly like a threat, but kind of. He's concerned about, right? Someone in the past he felt like was very competitive. And it doesn't have to be like for running for president. It could be. It could be like competitive where he's challenging his truth. He's challenging his hard work. This person is challenging his duties, what he's doing right or wrong, right? What is a potential outcome? Someone waiting, spying. There's going to be watching and spying a lot. And I would want to say, because this is the president's reading, this is literally spying, like actual having some kind of intel or something like that. I don't know who's doing it on whom. Maybe it's both, something like that. But look, this to me, it really just looked like someone from a different country. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so this is what the impression I am getting. You decide whatever you think it is. What is the advice? Make small changes. There's something about, see, there's a woman. Okay. Time with friends and family. So it could be talking about he needs time off. It needs to reset and think about what's important, right? And this says parte de campagne. I don't even know how to say it. I'm pretty sure that's French, and I'm probably not saying it right. But I almost want to see this when I say it's like the party campaign. When I saw that, I know it doesn't mean like that, but this is also what I'm thinking. When I saw that too, is that this is the donkey, right? Whatever political party this represents, there's a woman riding this donkey, riding the political party here. And she's got a red scarf. So it could be someone that possibly could be pretending to be Republican. I've seen this before in other previous months, but she's actually on the donkey. I don't know. However you want to think that way. But that's what I'm getting with that. So what is the obstacle he's going to be facing? Keeping things peaceful and private and organized. So I think this person is waiting to expose something, or whether it's true or not, I don't know. All right, so let's see here. What else? Let's talk about little topics. Like, what do we need to talk about when it comes to Trump? Let's be guided this way, right? Okay, I like these cards because it's kind of helps me set the tone on what we need to talk about. Let's see here. What do we need to address when it comes to Trump for the month of November? Like, what we need to be prepared for as Americans? What we need to talk about when it comes to the president as Americans. Let's see, first topic, direction. One more clarifier on that one. Okay, now let's do another topic. And we have one more topic and clarifier on that one. All right, so we have here direction, looking for direction, having success and forgive or judge someone here. So this literally means, what direction is this going? Forgiveness or judgmental? What's when it comes to something when it involves Trump? It could be about Trump, or it could be Trump that's handling that. We're looking what direction he's going when it comes to forgiving or judging someone, passing judgment, right? So what cards to use? Give me a second here. I'm gonna pull these right here. Give me a second. Okay, this is the one I want to use. So let's go ahead and shitty ass shuffle. There's some cards in here I don't really want to include right now, but I'm just gonna, if I get them, the vessels, I usually don't want to use them for my Trump reading, but if it makes sense, I'll use them. But I use them more like for general love or general life. But let's see here. What is this about? Show us truth and clarity. All right, so we have direction, success, forgive, or judgment. All right, so this is something very confusing that we do not have clarity on. And I think somebody's I don't know who's who. I should ask more specifically, so I apologize. So this is what's happening overall energy with Trump or about Trump, one or the other. There's some kind of direction, and we're looking towards forgiveness or judging when it comes to him. This is something we're very confused about, and because there's something unclear that he's handling that we don't know about. And who are we talking about? Someone who is wealthy. Someone who has money. This talks about like a sugar daddy kind of energy here. Who is this King of Coins? I mean, that could be him. I don't know. Maybe we see him too rich. Or too stable, or the question is stability, security. This talks about security too, though. Being providing something here. Let's see, who is this? Tell us who this is. How would America know who this is? The King of Coins. Magic Man, the talker. Anything else? Someone emotionally driven. Animal. Can't tame this person. Teacher and guide of some sorts. One more. Why not? Gamble, risky, and red flag. So I'm getting someone who's really good at marketing, salesman, that knows how to tell you, is, jazz hands is what I wrote in pencil. It could be a salesman. It could be a politician, because they know what to tell you. They know what to tell you, right? That's what that is, in my opinion. A good salesman, politician, somebody who has no logic whatsoever. They're driven by emotion. Emotion can be anger, love, lust. I mean, any type of thing that, they're driven by. There's somebody here that was a teacher, was a guide. So someone guiding someone or helping someone, or this person, I say he because it's a king, but this person was supposed to be some kind of guide here, helping others of some sorts, offering some type of guidance or lessons here. And then we have somebody here who's a walking, talking red flag, or a lot of people took risk on this person, or this person was very risky, period. Something about the casino too. I don't know. So let's ask, what is the outcome in this situation? What will be the outcome? It doesn't have to be the same month outcome. It could be, whatever. What would be the outcome? I could be posting this in November and the outcome, because maybe some things take forever. It could be 10 years from now. I don't know. So let's see, what is the outcome for 2025 in this situation? There we go. I'm just going to make it specific. What is the outcome? Okay. Wounded, guilty, grief, heartache. People feeling stabbed in the heart over this situation. Right. Like, freaking nails. Okay, now we have the House of Truth, open, clear, reveal, expose, and being honest and waiting. Okay, so this could be, you know, talking about us as Americans waiting for some kind of truth here. You know, it could be related to the other one too. We're waiting for something to be honest, something to be truth, something to make clear. What is this about? Okay, that wanted to come out, but it went back in. So it's a secret. We don't know everything. It wants to be put back in the hush-hush files. What else? There's no secrets. Truth and clarity. Truth and clarity. Tell me. Give us the information we need to know. So I told you, like in the beginning, I don't know about these vessels. I'm going to include it. But I don't know if I want to read the vessels included. I just forgot to take them out. One more. Okay, the Knight of Wands is some kind of very passionate person, driven by passion, very excited, very intense kind of thing. And here's another vessels, which I'm trying not to take them, but there's a new matter. Whatever this is, some more information came out. It's almost telling me people are very emotional about this. New information is coming out. They want to see what's happening. They want to renew this. It's whatever. It's like something, even if it's squished or hidden or put back, people are going to keep bringing back. And then we have here some kind of reformulation. I know that it wanted to come upside down. I just don't know if yeah, people see, look, it wanted to come upside down and I flipped it up, but it says impatient, corruptive environment. So people, I think it's just people very emotional about this, waiting for some kind of truth and trying to be patient, but I think more is waiting. All right. So all I'm going to say, if it is the Epstein thing, you know, again, I don't think I've ever seen so much pressure for someone to release something in the past, even though they've had it. I just don't understand that part. I mean, I don't give a shit who's who and who's your favorite. I don't give a fuck. I just know that it's interesting. There's way more pressure for President Trump to release this information than the other president. I just don't understand that. Maybe, I don't know. It just makes no sense to me, but you know, I think it should have been released from the beginning, in my opinion. So anybody who's hiding it or dragging their feet, they're assholes. All of them. Not just this one. The ones in the past too. But people forget that. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so let's continue. I know. It makes too much sense, you know. Before, you love him. Shut up. I'm just saying, come on, people. Stop being idiots and just use common sense. Why was it not released before? You know? Seriously. Why was it not released before? Think about it. And I don't know if this one's going to release it. That's what I'm saying. So what are they hiding? All of them. Okay, so I'm going to continue this. Let's go ahead and look up and be nosy about his personal life. Why not? I'm going to pull a few cards. And if you guys are easily offended, you're in the wrong channel. You're in the wrong channel. I don't give a shit if I get 2 viewers and I don't give a fuck. I'm not making money off of this, and I don't think I ever will. So I'm doing this just for entertainment purposes and because I like it. If you don't like it, you're in the wrong place. Sorry. So here we go. Again, he's a Gemini, like me. That's the only reason I'm doing it. I think JFK was a Gemini before him, and that's it. All right, let's go ahead and just pull some of these and see what else comes out about him. Let's see. What is something about Trump that he's keeping a secret from us Americans? What is something about Trump that he's keeping a secret from us Americans? Now, I'm going to pull it out. This is what I'm going to feel or think or when I see these things. If you guys see something different, go with that. But let's go ahead and get truth and clarity. What is a secret Trump is hiding from America? Just one. Just give me one for now. They're so hard to shuffle sometimes. No, anything's hard to shuffle for me. Anything. Okay, so there's some, okay, so there was some kind of structure that was damaged big time. There was some kind of disaster. Could have to do with fire. This could be like a bridge or almost wanted to say railroad tracks or electric pole, some kind of disaster, right? And then there's something that it would be taken, like it's almost like deep embarrassment because it would affect our hope. There's some kind of disaster. There's a secret about this that we would be very shamed about or feeling really upset about, and it'll affect our hope. Okay, and before I say anything, guys, let's say that is a disaster that affects, you know, a religion of some sort or something like that. Let's just say, and it really wasn't true. Let's just put it that way. It really wasn't true. Okay, so let's say, I'm going to put it this way because I need to make it really simple for some people. Okay, because look, let's say, let's do this, right? I'm going to give you all these so you can understand what I mean. Okay, so there's this pile of shit somebody is doing, right? Pile of shit. It could be like child marriages, pedo shit, oppression, all this shit, right? Under whatever, cult, religion, belief, money, it doesn't matter, whatever, right? And then there's this secret, this disaster that is right here, right? Let's say this is the one about this disaster. This is everything else, right? Fucking listen. So this disaster was not true. And we would be ashamed of it because our hopes would change when it comes to what we thought. Like our hopes, our energy of hope towards this or against it would change, right? Something like that. So let's pretend this is it, right? And it's out of there, right? Does this fucking disaster change anything else here? So what I don't understand, let's say this is true, which I have a feeling is true. But firsthand, there's a lot of things happening out there with this same topic. This is the rest of the shit they've been doing. So you're telling me, because this is true, then they're green light. Even though there's still this shit that's really happening. No. I just don't understand that from people. I get it. This is a fuck up, and that's what the energy I'm getting. This is a fuck up. This just shouldn't have never happened, and it's wrong. Blah 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 blah. You know, it's true. I mean, this is wrong. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to do with that. But that does not fucking change all the other pile of shit that this thing has been doing too. That's actually doing. Just really think about that. There's a lot of ignorant people out there that just don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Don't even know. Okay, so what is another? I'm just going to talk about another secret that Trump is hiding from America. And I'm sorry to say it that way. That has nothing to do with Trump. This is even way before Trump. I think this disaster that happened way before Trump is what I'm thinking. And you use your own ideas or imagination. But it really bugs me when idiots out there are like aggressive to stand for something that, and I get it, but then they forget all this pile of shit that they still are doing anyways. So if you excuse that and give them the green light for all of this, we're hopeless. We are really hopeless as America. I don't want none of this shit. Even I didn't want this to happen, but none of the shit they've been doing anyways. Just gonna say it that way. Sorry, it hurts whoever it hurts. The truth is the fucking truth, baby, whether you like it or not. Any other secret, Trump? And I'm sorry for being aggressive, but it really annoys me when people are like that. Okay, so what else? What else is Trump hiding? No secrets here. Tell us the truth. Truth. Well, these came out weird. Okay, so there's some kind of feminine energy here. And this is a young woman. I'm not lying. Look at the fucking card. People have sent me weird messages sometimes over this shit. This is it. I've even had to block a few people on TikTok because anyways, learning young woman. There's a child here, possibly just a young woman, period, right? Stuck. Not letting go of the past. Some kind of ending about this. I almost want to say Maria. There's Cara, Mia, Ali, or something like that here. And there is a negative encounter. Why do I say that? Because it came out like this. This is a reunion. Is positive encounter. It was a negative encounter is what it's telling me. See, I just what the cards are saying, okay? So I just get so aggravated because of the weird messages I get sometimes, and it's just so annoying. I don't get them as much as I used to when I first started this, but I just get so defensive, and I apologize, but it's just because some people are stupid. Sorry. I'm not making shit up. This is literally what it's. Look at it. Anyways, what else is Trump keeping as a secret from America? What else is Trump keeping as a secret from America? Please, people. And one of the things that I feel like people lack anymore is common sense. Common sense. You know, it's like my favorite saying, you know, I can never say it exactly how she said it. That's too many. But let me pull one more. This is, let me read this and I'll tell you my favorite saying I saw in the movie. And this explains exactly all the idiots. And sometimes in our own citizens here that can be so dumb and then make no sense. But I'll tell you in a minute. There's something about leaving. There's a journey. Leaving, moving out. This is like migrating, punishment, self, and addiction, and being changed, imprisoned. And then it came upside down, which right side up could have been like a sad, mad sad, because I put it as a negative fun time, not happy time. But it came upside down. So I don't know how to take that one exactly. What does this mean? Deal with an obstacle. It's like not dealing with an obstacle correctly. Migrating, moving out, leaving, punishment, jail time, not knowing how to deal with an obstacle because it can't be fun or it's not fun, period. Okay, so there you go. All right, and if I get another message here, there's something about being stuck, feeling punished and tied here. Feeling stuck because someone feels like this is a huge burdensome situation. Leaving because I don't want to be mad, sad anymore. I don't know how to deal with this obstacle. There's some kind of encounter here that's negative that they were hoping for would be different. And then some kind of displeasure because things have changed and shit hit the fan. And that's a different type of message or something else. And then involves some kind of younger female here energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be young, but it could be younger. And didn't know if he ever marries his age. I think there's usually always an age gap. I could be wrong, so correct me if you want to on that. I'm not going to get offended. I just don't want people to tell me, you're a liar, it doesn't mean this. Literally says that dude on the fucking card. Okay, so going back, because I'm a Gemini, go off track. My favorite saying, one of the movies, which I don't know the exact thing, but it's the one with Renee Zellweger and Kim, what's her name? Nicole Kidman, sorry. And it's about the Civil War. Is it the Civil War? Yeah. Anyways, something about the Cold Mountain or something like that. Anyways, and then Renee Zellweger's character's so tired of the bullshit. So tired of the bullshit. It's like she even mentions is how people create all this fucking mess and create all this chaos and then they're crying. Why is it raining? Like raining like on them like bad times. Well, because you fucking made this mess. So that's honestly how I think a lot of people are. I just don't understand that shit, but it is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and move on because I can rant a lot and I'm sorry about that. Any other messages for Trump for the month of November? What time is it? Okay, I'm almost out of time, so let's see. How about messages for, I'm going to pull it like this, for Trump. Truth and clarity. All right, so let's pull some for his career, for his moolah, for his love life in the month of November, of course, his reputation. Okay, so his career, right, is what I said first. Choices. He's going to be very emotional about choices here. When it comes to his career. There's some kind of choice he has to make or options, but he doesn't like them. He feels like, you know, there's a wave. There's too much opposition of some sorts, is what it's telling me. All right, when it comes to his moolah, his money, he is looking at closer in details, finding some kind of investment in diamonds or something rare, or he's looking into minerals or some kind of investment. He's looking at details, trying to find something, some kind of resource or something like that. He's looking into resources. Okay, so then we have love. He's looking at memories, and I think he's going back in time. And okay, one way I can see this is he's going back in time, remembering something because he wants to understand what exactly happened. And this could be some kind of proof that's coming out about his love life, and it's making things clear. People are watching him, and there's some kind of, they're going to be taking pictures, watching him, and I don't know, maybe he's got the media, he's got journalists, all people all on him, so it could be something like that. All right, and then when it comes to his reputation, wow, it actually does improve some because of the hard work and goal-driven high standards. Look, read the fucking card. All right, so I can't, some tarot readers will twist it to make it sound great because they're in La La Land, and none of this shit like makes sense to me. All right, so if you want that tarot reader to tell you, oh, that means that they're coming for you, even though it just says a diamond, they're coming for you. I mean, come on. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what let's do this. What is the biggest action Trump is going to be taking? What is it about in November? Okay, this linked could be internet. Something about Link. Is there a company named Link? All right, so something about neurons or neural links, and he's going to be working on that, investing some kind of money. Our money or his own money, something like that. Okay. Let's just do this. What is the, let's just, you know what? Maybe I'm going to pull a different one. Okay, so I need to quit pretty soon. What is the biggest blessing, or what blessings coming towards Trump in November, and the biggest obstacle? Okay, so what is the biggest blessing coming towards Trump in November? What is it about? Truth and clarity. We're not left or right here. We're just truth and clarity. Okay, so there's something about a feminine energy that seems positive. Putting things to rest because of a feminine energy, or involving a feminine energy, and it's a blessing for him. Putting things to rest. What exactly does this mean? I'm gonna have to ask guys, because that freaks me out. What does that mean? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. It just kind of makes me nervous. Let's see here. What does this mean? Oh, these are not fun to shuffle. I'm not. Someone he had deep feelings for and desires for. I don't think it's bad. Either he's going to lose somebody. Sorry to say it this way. He's going to lose somebody in November. He's going to cut ties. He's just going to lose them, making peace that that's no longer happening, or an agreement of some sort. But whoever this is, it's not saying negative. Like he hated her. Blah, blah, blah. No, he had emotional feelings. This person has emotional, once upon a time at least, loved him, had feelings for him, was kind to him. He was kind to her. Something like that. But it's a blessing though. That's weird that it's a blessing. He's putting something to rest. So maybe he's making something clear for her, or maybe accepting something that's been made clear by her. And because he's accepting that, it's going to be a blessing, you know. It could be taken a lot of ways. What I mean is, like, let's say he has a feminine family member and he loves her and she loves him, family member, and maybe they cut ties because they're against each other and they don't like each other and they talk shit about each other. I don't know. And he'll just make peace that way. I don't know. It could be his wife too. All right, so let's see here. What is the obstacle he's going to be facing? One of the obstacles or obstacle he's going to be facing in the month of November. Okay. Sideways almost, but alrighty. So the obstacle, as soon as I saw this, is the youth in America. is gaining popularity or gaining more connections with the youth, the children, the younger voters, or the future voters, or something like that. He's trying, and it could be, I don't know why I wanted to say that. I mean, it means communities, it can be social media, it can be the world, it could be a country, and there's something new, or being childish. But it could be that, maybe being online, and a lot of people perceive him as very immature and childish, even more in November. But it, of course, for some reason, I wanted to say, getting the community of young people, like dealing with them, being able to how to accomplish something with them, or sending a policy that's going to be affecting the younger folk. All right, this is all I got. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.